You've probably heard the old saying, don't name the cow if you plan to eat the steak. But on today's Farm to Table Show Morning Edition, we're talking about why that phrase is more than just practical advice. It's a window into the heart of homesteading and a deeper reflection on the delicate balance between connection and responsibility. Because when it comes to naming your livestock, well, it just might change how or if you can let go. It usually starts with the kids. And you know what I'm talking about here, guys. You bring home two fluffy chicks or a baby goat, and someone says, let's name her Daisy. It's innocent, sweet even. Naming something makes it feel like it belongs. It builds relationship. And that's the tension, especially in a culture where we're far removed from our food. Thanks, Disney. Anyway, on the modern homestead, you raise animals, you feed them, you shelter them, you look after their health. And in some cases, you harvest them, you process them, you feed your family with them. Well, the moment you name that animal, it stops being livestock and starts becoming a pet. And pets, we don't eat pets. Don't eat your pets. Give you some examples here. Homesteader and YouTuber Bo Brotherton of Better Together Life talks about this exact struggle in his early videos. He shares how his kids named a meat rabbit Fluffy, and when it came time to harvest, it was emotionally devastating. So they changed their policy. Pets get names, livestock get numbers or descriptions, like the black one, or number 3, or red hen. And honestly, that small boundary can change everything. But this isn't just about being tough. It's about recognizing that raising your own meat comes with emotional weight. If you don't draw clear boundaries, that weight will build. And it gets harder and harder. And one of the hardest parts of sustainable farming is emotional stewardship. You care for something and then you let it go. It's sacred work, but it can also tear you up inside if you're not prepared. And I know many of you have been down this road before. Take, for example, a couple from Missouri, first-time homesteaders, and this is what they shared. They raised a calf for beef, named him Buttercup. Oh, Buttercup. And by the time he reached processing weight, they simply just couldn't do it. They kept him, built new fencing, bought feed for 5 more years. Buttercup became a real expensive pet. And that's okay if you're prepared for that outcome. But if your goal is food security, if you're trying to reclaim your food chain, if you're trying to build systems, and if you have to build a system to protect your heart and your homestead, and that starts with small decisions like what you call the cow. Now, here's where it can get a little bit deeper. Some folks say, but isn't naming them a way to show respect? Don't they deserve dignity? Absolutely. But naming and honoring are not always the same thing. I'll give you a little perspective from Joel Salatin. The well-known regenerative farmer says, we're not raising animals to abuse them. We're raising them to fulfill their purpose. I've heard him say that. And for livestock, that purpose, when raised for meat, includes nourishing the families who steward them. You can love your animals. You can talk to them. You can thank them. You can even have a ritual of gratitude at harvest time. Many do. Whether they took a deer, harvested a deer in the woods, or it's an animal that they've raised and they've fed. But the emotional clarity that comes from not naming them, that keeps your homestead moving forward. It helps you make decisions with peace instead of guilt. And it teaches your kids the deeper rhythm of life, one that honors both the animal and the plate. That's something I know I have ahead of me is any livestock that we may get is I'm going to have to be the bad guy early on about not naming them because I know my wife, I know my daughters, I know my grandkids. We stick a name on them, harvest time is going to be tough. So I've decided that names like pork chop, bacon, sausage, ham steak, or maybe lamb chop. I don't know. Anyway, don't get me wrong. Naming has its place on the homestead. Name your guardian dog. That'd be important. Besides dog. I've done that before. Name your milk goat. Name the retired laying hen that's going to die of old age in your yard. Name your tools if that makes you smile. You know, I've heard of a person with a shovel named Sheila. I don't know. Whatever. But if the plan is harvest, let the name go. It's a small discipline, a quiet act of resolve, but in the long run, it'll help preserve the dignity of the process. So today's takeaway is simple. If you're raising livestock for food, resist the urge to name them. Not because you don't care, but because you do care. Because farming is full of hard choices. And sometimes the wisest ones are made long before the harvest day comes. And with the words we speak, the names we choose, and the boundaries we set. And that is why you don't name the cow. All right. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm glad everybody's here this Monday morning. I wish I was there with you in person. It is Memorex Day. I will be at work before this ever even hits the air. So I hope everybody's week is off to a good start. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. And I hope everybody made it through the weather. If you're down in this part of the country, we had a lot of rain, some flooding, and we had some tornado watches and tornado sirens and stuff. So hope this finds you all safe. Of course, because I'm not actually live, the Redneck Weather Report will not be played. So go on over to Dyer Family Farm and check out Jack's Redneck Weather Report. And when we're back live, of course, we have that. So again, especially to my morning crew, hope this finds everybody well. We'll have talked to a lot of y'all on the lives over the weekend. Hung out Saturday night with Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. They're live that they had Saturday night celebrating Jesse's birthday. Happy birthday, Jesse. A lot of the familiar faces on there, and it was good to hang out and just laugh and have a good time. And, of course, the Sunday socials. We'll have had those last night. And like I said, hope everybody's safe and off to a great week and off to a great start. So let's move on through to a homestead hack. Solar-powered electric fencing on a budget. Now, everybody likes to stay on budget, and, I'd like some of this stuff solar-powered, but it's going to have to be built on a budget. So here's the hack. You use a small solar panel kit with a 12-volt battery to power lightweight electric fencing. Now, I don't know how well this will work on a cow, a bigger animal, but smaller stuff. It's ideal for rotating small livestock or garden protection. Like I said, if you want to keep cows or bigger stuff, this probably ain't your deal, but it is good for small animals and garden and that type of thing. Now, here's why it's great. One, it's off-grid friendly. That's always a plus. It's a low-cost alternative to traditional systems, because as we know, those can be, and it's easy to relocate with mobile pins. So there's you a hack, solar-powered electric fencing on a budget. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good hack if you've got small areas and small spaces and small livestock. So there's that. That's the homestead hack. And so I hope that's useful. Let me know if y'all have done that. Let me know. Leave it down there in the bloop, bloop, bloop comments and all that stuff. Now, let's get on to our tip or quote of the day. Here's the quote. Animals are such agreeable friends. They ask no questions. They pass no criticisms. George Eliot. We were just spending some time with somebody the other day who just likes to go sit out there with his chickens, sometimes with his goats. Some of the people in their program, they just go out and hang out with them. They can talk to them because guess what? They're just going to listen. They're not going to repeat anything. Honestly, it's a real good deal. I know I talk to my dog all the time. She's not going to say anything back. She's a great listener. She just wants attention. Same thing with the cats. I'm sure everybody spends time talking with their animals. No problem. But enjoy it. Just don't name them if they're not your pet, yo. That's all that's about. But anyway, let's see. Let's move on through here. got that down kind of fast. It's funny, you start planning out a show and you try to plan that thing out for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, and you look up and you're only 10 minutes in because, well, I'm not chatting with you guys. I'm not hanging out. I'm not reading the chat. So it gets really a bit challenge to come up with enough time. But here we go. We're going to move on into upcoming events, and then we'll go from there. So April 25th and 26th, that's this Friday and Saturday, the Shindig Ozark Living Expo, Newton County Fair and Rodeo, Jasper, Arkansas. Um, it is absolutely free to attend. They want a donation for parking, which, if I read correctly, is $5. $5 or $6 is what they want. And Zach Bauer's going to be there both days, Friday and Saturday. So good chance to go see Zach and listen to him and learn from him about off-grid and solar and homesteading off-grid and that sort of thing. That'll be a good little deal. The Homestead Conference, April 25th through the 26th, Waco, Texas. Guys, this is a big-time conference. It's this Friday, Saturday. Big-time lineup down there. Joseph Salatons, Roy Feeks, a whole lot of other people. So if you're in the Central Texas, look up the Homestead Conference. For our friends down in Florida and down in that area, Homesteading and Outdoor Expo, April 26th, so Saturday from 9 to 5 at a location called The Barn at Oleander. It's in Port St. Lucie, Florida. That's $15, so something worthy of going to check out there. Now, this is one I'm trying to figure out the balance of schedule and time of places having to be two places at one time. It's almost impossible. And I really want to go, but then I'm looking at the weather forecast and it's sketchy. But it's the first annual River Valley Homestead Conference and Poultry Show, April 25th and 26th, Sebastian County Fairgrounds in Greenwood, Arkansas. I know that's the poultry show. It's like a marijuana and all these organizations. They're part of this, and it's held at the fairgrounds by the fair people. Anyway, looks like it's going to be hopefully it's a good event. Want to try to make it down maybe early Friday morning, catch the first opening part of it, and then we're headed off to the next thing on the list, and which is the 10 Killer YouTube Meetup. April 25th through the 27th, so Friday through Sunday, Lake 10 Killer, Oklahoma, Cherokee Landing State Park at the Creek Shelter. You can RSVP to 10 Killer YT Meetup at gmail.com. Let them know you're coming, RSVP. They want to know if you're coming. One day, all days, how many is coming. And another thing is they ask that if you're coming, to bring a 6-pack of soda or a 6-pack of water or something like that, those types of things. Bring in some stuff to put in the community ice chest, if you will, things for people to have things to drink and that type of stuff. Just kind of a little donation to the cause. Minor deal, no big deal, but just bring some stuff to put in there for people to have drinks. That was the ask that they have. Along with the RSVP. Of course, you can ask them questions on 10KillerYT Meetup at gmail.com, or you can get a hold of Jesse and Lisa. You can get a hold of the Gillums, Johnny and Christine. They're the ones kind of heading it up, and a few others if you got questions. But anyway, looking forward to that. There's going to be a tremendous amount of our friends and people there. Some people we've never met face-to-face. So excited and looking forward to it. The wife and I are headed up. We're going to camp down at one of the campsites and, enjoy that. Maybe go hit the Red Fern Festival. Really looking forward to it. Of course, just some hanging out, breakfast. They're having a potluck Saturday evening. So I got to figure out what I'm going to bring for that. I don't know. But anyway, we'll figure something out. And then Sunday morning breakfast and church. And I think they're doing breakfast Saturday morning as well. So, a lot going on. And the cool part is, other than bringing some soda and whatever it costs you to get there, it's absolutely free. There's no charge for this. And it is just a gathering of people. And doesn't matter if you got one subscriber, no subscribers, just got a channel, been doing a channel forever. If you're a YouTuber, this is the YouTube meetup, and it's going to be an exciting weekend. So I know I talked about that a lot, but guess what? Coming right up in May, just a few short weeks after, Mid-America YouTube meetup at Lake Eufaula State Park at the Deep Fork Campground Pavilion, May 16th through the 18th. MT Homestead is the host. MT Homestead OK at gmail.com is the contact on that. And they said if you're at anywhere besides Deep Fork Campground, you're in the wrong place. So same thing there. It's it's a weekend there. A lot of people, you can get a day pass for the campground for that, for Deep Fork there at the state park. You can get a day pass. I think it's $10, um, and go in there and hang out for the day or all weekend. All depends on your schedule, what you can do. But anyway, that is another great YouTube meetup that's being hosted by some cool people with MT Homestead. But anyway, so there's that. Fifth annual Shed Farm Homestead Festival, May 17th in Garland, Kansas. I did read the event page this weekend and made sure I had the name right. And they've got classes and they've got seed stuff going on. They've got a lot of stuff going on. So if you're up in that Garland, Kansas area, uh, looks like it's going to be a good festival type thing, and it's got a festival atmosphere. And so they've been doing this for a few years now, so maybe they got it figured out. But either way, so if you're up in the Garland, Kansas area, if you're in that general area and you're looking for something to do on May 17th, which is a Saturday, that's a good thing to go do. Moving on into June, the Homestead Festival, Hardison Mills near Columbia, Tennessee, June 6th through the 7th. So that's Friday, Saturday. That is on Rory Feeks Ranch, the Rory Feeks property, 100 and something acre place. Music, vendors, presenters, speakers. I went back and watched some of the videos from last year. Some awesome speaker lineup and an awesome time to go learn and be in the homesteading community there in Hardison Mills near Columbia, Tennessee. Would love to make that one. It's just not on the calendar. It's not going to happen this year. But anyway, it's going to be a great event there. Modern Homesteading Conference, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This is getting headlines in a lot of papers. It's a nationally recognized conference, June 27th and 28th. You can find out more information from modernhomesteading.com. I know that, of course, a lot of the speaker lineup, again, is great speaker lineup. And I know School of Traditional Skills and others, they're going to be there in that area. So if you're out west, if you're traveling west, northwest, it's a good opportunity. I'm going to take a little break, it looks like, in July and August when it's hot, hot, hot. Anyway, Ozarks Homesteading Expo, just like it says on the hat. Ozarks Homesteading Expo. September 5th and 6th in Marshfield, Missouri. Definitely want to get online there. Go out and search Ozarks with an S, Ozarks Homesteading Expo, to get your tickets for that and find out more details. But it is, again, same thing. Awesome speaker lineup. A lot of vendors. I mean, a field full of vendors as far as you can see. Presentation tents, presentation barns. It is an awesome event. Looking forward to going up there. Looking forward to some goat milk ice cream. That is like, I don't know, I think I may be qualified as the best ice cream I've ever had. I'm not, I may be. I'm just saying. Worth the trip. And, looking forward to that. Super excited. Keith will have just gotten back into country. And so we're going to take his jet-lagged tail end up there, and we're going to do some farm-to-table stuff up there and hang out. Anyway, following that, at the end of September, is Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, September 26th and 27th, Southeast Expo Center in McAlester, Oklahoma. This is the second year of this event, and we are super excited. Looking forward to it. It's grown, it's growing, getting a lot more interest. We've got good sponsors on board. We've got good, they've got good speaker lineup is getting put together. Vendors, more and more interest and more excitement growing around Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. So look forward to seeing many of you all there. And it's going to be a great weekend. Keith and I will be presenting as well up there, as well as providing coverage and doing what we do on the Farm to Table Show. Anyway, and then Homesteaders of America Conference, October 10th and 11th, Front Royal, Virginia. This is the granddaddy of them all. This is the one that got it started. It's a huge event and speakers top notch. And again, same thing, speakers you can't get anywhere else. I'm going to back up for just a minute. Ozarks Homesteading Expo. If you like Kevin and Sarah, Living Traditions Homestead, that is the only event they go to. They don't go to any other events. So that's the only event that they go to, and they present there. Seen their presentation last year. Great presentation, a lot of interaction, as well as we sat down with them for an interview. You can check that out on the old Farm to Table Direct Show channel. We haven't moved anything over yet. Kind of waiting to see how things go. But anyway, but that's another reason to go there. Well, Homesteaders of America Conference, that's a place where you can find guys like Nick Freitas and some of the others that's really, limited engagements, but I mean, like they're there, John Moody, the Salatons, my goodness, I'm thinking Warrior Poet Society, man, the list is long of presenters at Homesteaders of America Conference. And it is Amy Fuel is the founder, creator. You can find out more about that. Just look up Homesteaders of America Conference, and I can get you all the details. That's going to be a great event out there in Virginia. So now that y'all have gotten a nice long breakdown of the upcoming events and what all's going on, we're going to hang that one up for today. Like I said, again, this is Memorex. Hate that I'm not with you live. Would love to be in participating. I do want to give a shout out right fast to my boy, Scotty, Lone Cross Scotty. He is always awesome for checking in with people, but he's awesome for his one-liners and his little quips and stuff, and we love that. But I got to see Scotty. He was hanging out at Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa Saturday night, and gave us a little shout, gave us a little love in the chat for people to come check us out. And I just want to tell Scotty, appreciate you, brother. You're one of our morning crew, one of our loyal people that shows up every day, and you're always in our prayers, and that things, continue to maybe improve and go well for you. But anyway, just want to give a shout out to Scotty on that. But anyway, so, man, looking up there at the TikTok, it's going to be a short show today. Just the way it is when I'm doing it live and I don't have the chat interaction. So, I don't know how to explain this. Doing this day in and day out, Monday through Friday, putting it together. I want to always try to bring you all the best content, try to bring you the best information, and enjoy the community that we are here together. But anyway, I just want to give a shout out to each and every one of you that comes on here and say thank you for being here with us and supporting us and, in spirit and helping out to help grow us and help keep us going. Anyway, just a personal thanks on a Monday morning. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. And I said yesterday was Resurrection Sunday, and I hope you all had a blessed day. So that is a wrap for today on the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition. Thanks for joining us. We continue to strive towards building stronger communities for now and for in the future. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that like button. Give me the old thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Share it. That gets the word out. That helps us grow the channel. Subscribe to our channels on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. It is the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation about food, farming, and community. Keith and I are constantly striving, constantly looking for things we can do to help improve the channel, improve the show. So if you got something, leave it in the comments. Don't leave it in the chat. Put it in the comments because I probably won't see the chat. Put it down in the comment block. If there's something you'd like to see, we were always looking for ideas. Right now we're working on some stuff, like I said, with Keith getting ready to go out of the country. So you're going to be getting to see me a lot. Yeah, Monday through Friday. Anyway, 6 a.m., Monday through Friday. Try to be live when I can. When I have to be into work early, like today, you get the Memorex, you get a pre-recorded show. But anyway, do hope that you all enjoyed the show. So until next time, keep your roots deep, your vision growing. Good food starts with great people, just like you. Remember, we are hashtag stronger together and hashtag think outside the big box store, shop local. Be a blessing to someone, and we will see you all on the other side. Again, have a blessed day and go forth and be a blessing. And we're going to hand this over to Hank to take us on out of here. We'll see you all tomorrow.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.